So today we are going to look at how to create a contained database, a database where you can access it without accessing the server directly. So to start it, let's launch our SSMS. Okay, so now we need to create a new database. So I'll right click on my database, new database. I'm going to name the database contained DB. And then the owner, I'll just put SA here, check. So this is just a normal way of creating your database. And then I'll go to options. So to do that, what you need to do is to change the containment type to partial. So let's do it now and see. So I'll right click on OK. I have an error message, which means I need to activate the containment level on the server level, not on the database level. So I need to do it on the server before I can activate it or turn it on to partial on the database level. So let me go back to none and then click on OK. Now my database has been created, which is the contained database. Now I'll go to the server and right click on the server, go to properties, click on advanced, and then you see it enable contained databases. So I'll just change it to true. Click on true, click on OK. Now let's go back to our database, right click it, properties, and then go to options. Now we can change it from none to partial. Let's click on partial now. We click on OK. So now this database is a contained database now. So now to verify it, let's create a user without creating a login for that user. So we click on the database and then go to security, expand it, and then we create a user. So new user. So now I'll name my user Kofi, and then password. Okay. So now my user has been created. I'll just click on OK. Let's see. So we have our user Kofi here. So now let's log in. Let's access the database, the contained database. So let's connect to the database. So I'll click on connect, and then authentication, I'll select the SQL Server authentication, and then the name of the user is Kofi. So I'll type in Kofi and then put in the password, which is that one, and then I'll go to options. Go to options here, and then I'll put in the name of the database. The name of the database is contain DB. So you just have to type it in. So on a normal, if you are trying it for the first time, it will be on default. So you just have to type the name of the database. So contain DB here, and then you click on connect. Now you can see that Kofi has been connected to the contained database only. Doesn't have access to any of the databases here. So we have the user database. I have 3 user databases here, but it has only access to the contained database and doesn't have any option under the server level. So you can see all the options, the security, server object, replication. It doesn't have access to that, only the contained database. So this is the database that it has access to. So when you create your tables, you'll be able to access the table and everything, but does not have access to the server itself. So that's how you create a contained database.